Yeah,
ready.
yeah. Just so that we can like make this canon in the podcast. So I do my day job is I do a ride share for a ride share service that rhymes with goober. Um, and so I get a reservation at 24th Street and Lincoln in Ogden. And it's for like we'll just say that the guy's name is Brandon because it was a man's name. Keep everybody's identity private. No, it was Brandon. Okay, and it's to the airport. I know that. So I pull up into the thing, and I'm just sitting there doing my thing on my on my phone, just like looking at stuff. That door opens, and a woman gets in. And the first thing she sits down. First thing she says to me now. No, I'm thinking like, oh, it's one of these. It's like sometimes people will call a ride share for their wife or somebody else, and sometimes the genders do get mismatched. And it's just kind of a jar. Like, oh, I guess I'm doing this. I guess I thought it was something like that. She gets in, sits down, and she's very attractive. She's blonde, very smiley, like one of those. And she's like, first thing she says, "Oh my gosh, I didn't expect my Uber driver to be so handsome." And I'm just like, what? Like it
Keep it in your
it,
pants,
it
lady.
happens. It happens. People will hit on you, but like a lot of times it's not so blatant.
Yeah.
And before time I had like even processed going on, this door opens, and her husband gets in like right behind me, sits down. That boom, boom, that door closes. That door closes. So like, oh geez. And so I was like, I put my phone right there. It's like, so we ready to go to the airport? And she's like, yes, we're ready. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So I pull out, and it's a 40-minute ride from uh, Ogden to the Salt Lake Airport. And the whole time, dude girl back here is being super fun and flirty with me the entire time. And she's just like asking me like all kinds of questions. Like she is like way into me and wanting to know all about me and like what it's like to drive Uber. And if this is like my own, like, wow, oh my gosh. And like, just like when you're an Uber driver, you're kind of expected, certain people expect you to like, be like a lore monkey and have like
Yeah.
stories from your life. Um, so like my life story did come up. She asked about that, and she's like, "Well, have you always been here?" And I was like, "Well, I was in the army for a long time." She's like, "Oh, you were in the army? Oh my gosh, thank you so much for your service. You must have been so brave." And dude boy behind me, not stone faced, not saying a word. He's just looking out at the mountains, like on the way down. The mountains are to the east. He's looking right out that window right there, just the whole time like this. 'Cause I looked, I was just like, you know, he's just back there like this the whole time. Just so clearly, these two are fighting, and she's using me as a way to get to him, right? So I
Yeah.
mean, like, what do you do in a situation like that? Because like, what, like, I mean, it'd be like, no, sorry, lady, like you can't talk to me. Your husband's very upset. I feel bad for him. So we get to the airport. Be like, okay, here we are, have a flight. And she's be like, thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day. He gets out, boom, slams the door. She gets out, and they F off. And the moral of the story is he didn't leave me a tip.